Guys, this one is so crazy. We have done $1 million in a 40-day period for a brand. This brand came to us, they're a gifting brand, and they said, we want to scale as aggressively as possible and spend $1 million in 40 days. And that time period is not over yet, and they've already hit $1 million in 40 days from zero. So I want to pull back the curtain and show you what we're doing. It's not over yet, but I'm going to show you what we're doing, the type of ads that are crushing right now, and the ad account structure. Let's dive in. Okay, so a few things you need to understand about this brand is a gifting brand, meaning their main time periods are that people buy from them are Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, anniversaries, and potentially New Year's, right? It's a gifting brand for like the significant other. So what that means is they have a very short time period and window to get as much money as possible. So they have to be aggressive. So as I'm making this video, we're $4,000 away from hitting $1 million in 40 days. We will hit that. We still have several days left, but I thought I need to make a video, show you guys how we're doing it, what it takes to do this as well. That's an important component. And then just to give you guys some inspiration on the type of creatives that are crushing. Here are the receipts. I'm going to talk about the campaign structure in a little bit. This is not my ideal campaign structure. This is not the standard way of how we do it at our company. But frankly, there was some conflicts with the founder that they were adamant. They wanted us to do things a certain way. They wanted us to test a bunch of different structures. So we're kind of like in this awkward period where we want to consolidate down. They don't want us to. And so, but we also have a short time window. So we're kind of like having to tread lightly on both sides of the aisle. Long story short, this is not the account structure I recommend, but I'm showing you how we're managing it despite of the way we would do it, but also still making it work regardless. And we're going to talk about it in a few moments. So in the last 40 days, we have made literally 330 ads. This says 900 because those are includes duplications. But my team, we have full 2 designers just working on this brand. And in 40 days, we have literally made, launched, and tested over 300 creatives. And that is in no way an exaggeration. We're testing statics, we're testing videos. Now, I do want to say the founder's doing a really great job, and he is also getting content creators to make creative as well that then we can take, we can edit, we can use. But we're literally working nonstop. Our team is working on weekdays and on weekends to scale this brand. And so let's talk about the creative, let's talk about the account structure, let's talk about the things that we have to do to make this work, because it's really hard to do this and to maintain for a long period of time. And so, for example, because we're getting closer to Valentine's Day, yesterday we literally just spent $70,000 on ads just in one day. That's pretty much the record for us as of now. Today we're looking like we're going to spend $100,000 on ads in one day from that ad account, but that is definitely a record for us. It's been a period of working our way to this. You can't just like start a new ad account and launch it tomorrow and be at 100K. We've had to deal with issues where with Meta raising ad account spend limits fast enough. We've had to deal with where we're spending so much money that their bank got scared and shut down the credit card. So we had to create other ad accounts and then talk to the bank and then get them to turn the credit card back on and then start scaling again. So there's been a lot of issues over these 40 days, but we've gotten here through sheer brute force, to be honest with you. So let's talk about the structure. Let's talk about the creative. Let's talk about why we're doing some of the things we're doing so you can learn and apply that to your own business. So here is some of the best ads. So just to kind of recap, as you can see right here, this is the ad that I just showed you. These ads have spent literally $80,000 behind them themselves, right? So let's talk about, these are some of the best ads that we're running. So the first one on the right-hand side here is we actually learned this tactic a long time ago where position your product as it was out of stock and now it's back in stock. The reason why is even though someone is seeing that product for the first time, the fact that you're mentioning that it's back in stock, it immediately tells that person that, oh, it was out of stock, so now I better hurry up and pay attention to this if I'm even remotely considering it. We do that especially for our brands on the email side, where we'll often do stock updates. Hey, this is running out of stock, or it's getting low in stock, or it's coming back in stock, and it crushes. And so we apply that same strategy in the ads. And this right now is actually the best performing ad, to be honest with you. It has, as of making this video, it's spent over $100,000. It's done over 1,000 purchases. It's crushing. This next one is a really great ad because what we're doing is we're actually targeting people who are solution aware. meaning they're already aware Valentine's Day is coming up. They're already aware that there's different solutions out there. The problem is that a lot of people, myself included, we know if we buy roses, it's like pointless. It's gonna die in 7 days. There's no point to it. So the problem we're actually attacking is that these roses last forever. How they're preserved, I don't understand the science behind it, is that they will last for years and years and years. So it eradicates that problem. And so this is a very simple static where we're showing very clearly the problem, which is you buy roses, they look like this in a year. You buy these roses, they look perfect in a year, right? So we're attacking that problem. And then the third best creative that we're running at the moment is actually white labeling from this influencer. This is an influencer and she did a post, and we're actually white labeling her Instagram page as well to run her particular post from her account as well. That's an amazing strategy if you have content creators. It's crushing at the moment. The next ones is this is what we call a camouflage ad, or actually like an advertorial ad, where it looks like it's actually a news article. So this is one that my team made. This one is a similar concept like the one before. It's just a different headline and different aesthetic and graphic. And then we have a lot of other videos, but I'm showing you, for example, this is the best video where it's showing the reaction of a girl actually opening the box. And then we cut it to where we have someone talking about why buying these roses makes so much sense and buying other roses that aren't preserved like this are such a terrible idea. Again, attacking people who are in the problem aware part of awareness level. Now, the ad account structure, full transparency, is a dog's breakfast. I don't like it. My team doesn't like it. But again, like I just explained earlier in the video, we're stuck in this rock and a hard place where we have a short time period. The founder's adamant because they have experience in this niche before, and that's how they ran the ad account last time. That's not our preferred method, but we're making it work. The one thing you can learn that I thought was pretty interesting is what we're doing is we have a campaign just for statics. So we still have our standard structure where we have a testing campaign, we test a bunch of ads, but we're actually separating out campaigns for statics and videos. The reason why we're doing that, again, based off the founder's recommendations, is because Meta, anytime you have statics and videos together, will prioritize spending behind that video. We haven't seen that to prove true in the campaigns we run, but in an account like this where you're scaling super hard and you don't have just months and years of data, that can happen. And so at the moment right now, while it's not our preferred structure, how we're making it work is we do have separate campaigns for creative type based off of ones that have already proven to be winners inside of our testing campaign. And it's actually working pretty well. But I will say statics are by far crushing the most, more than videos. And that's why I'm a huge believer and lover of statics. It's actually, they're spending the most, they have the cheapest CPA and the most stability, frankly. And the other thing that we're testing as well is we've tested some manual bids. They've kind of been hit or miss, to be honest with you, which just kind of goes back to proving that our belief is account consolidation is the best way to go, and maintaining just a really great creative, maintaining your budget allocation is far better than doing cost caps, especially when you have an account like this where you have to spend a lot of money, because this founder, he has a lot of stock. So while he wants to make a lot of money, he also has to get through that stock, because if he doesn't, he's just going to have another opportunity on Mother's Day and he has to wait until New Year's. He can't afford that. He's got to get through stock while also making money. So what that means is we're having to scale very aggressively to liquidate that stock as hard and as fast as possible. If you followed me for any time, you know that our account structure is very consolidated. So we haven't shied away from the ad set and all of the ads inside the ad set structure. That's still the same. So for example, this scaling campaign, we still just have one ad set going completely broad. Light exclusions are no exclusions, just excluding 30-day purchasers. And then all of the ads that we've tested in the testing campaign that have proven to be winners, what we do is we graduate them to the scaling campaign and just have as all the winners in that campaign. And then we just funnel a ton of budget behind it. But then as things spend, if things stop being a winner, we kill it. But for the most part, we don't limit on the number of creatives. Our ideal goal is a minimum of 4 to 5. In this particular ad set, we have 10 amazing ads, and we're just ripping it and letting Meta choose where it spends money. And it's spending behind that back end stock, and it's just absolutely crushing at the moment. So that is the things that we're doing inside of that account. A couple of things that you need to understand is to handle that amount of spend, you have to have a constant stream of creative. Either you're using content creators to make content and send it to you, or you have your team shooting in-house. You have to have a lot of creative. If we did not have 2 full-time designers on hand to make creative, it would not have gone this well. it would not have scaled this well. We would have never been able to scale as hard as we have, which is why creative is so important. You have to make sure you have the resources. So we have 2 full-time designers. The founder has content creators also making content, sending to us. And that's how we've been able to make 300 ads in that 40-day period. Once you have that and you have the inventory and you're really clear on your numbers, it's very easy to scale as hard as possible. This particular founder, as long as we're hitting above a certain break-even point, it's unlimited spend, obviously pending volatility. So hope that's helpful to you guys. Make sure you subscribe and you also hit that bell. I will make another video once we're done running these campaigns for this founder, once Valentine's Day is over, and I'll show you how everything went down. I'll show you all the best ads, all the worst ads, and we'll dissect it further. But right now, I'm in the thick of it. I'll catch you next time.